All right, Tom. So the Rockets will be facing off against the Thunder on Saturday. OKC beat the Mavericks 118-104 on Tuesday night. This was a really great game. SGA had 39 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. He was the best player on the floor by far, in part because Luka Doncic just got completely clamped up by Lou Dort. Luka had 16 points on 5 for 15 from the field. It was his worst game since he got back from his absence. He had 4 straight really good games, but OKC's defense, dude, I swear to God, like they lose Chet. They're 11-3 since they lose Chet. They have the number 2 defensive rating over this last month without Chet. Best record in the West. And I felt like the way in which they defended Luka, if you watch one game of the 14 they've played, this shows why they've been so elite on defense. You have Lou Dort, who I think belongs on an all-defensive team so far this season, completely clamping up Luka with his size and strength. And then there's a play in the first half where finally Luka, sigh of relief. I don't have Lou Dort on me anymore. I have smaller Cason Wallace, who's 50 pounds lighter, 5 pounds shorter than me. And then Wallace blocks his step back 3.
Who does
Luka
that?
gets the ball. Nobody. And then Luka gets the ball back, and Wallace just completely stays in front of him, bothers his floater layup attempt. And it's like they just have an endless line of these elite, gritty, tough, smart perimeter defenders. Caruso, Dort, Jalen Williams himself, even though he's a star scorer, it just keeps going on and on and on and on. They are amazing on defense. They're incredible.
Appointment viewing. Fans at home, you need to watch the Oklahoma City Thunder because their defense is insane. Insane. Everything that NBA fans think the NBA is about, they don't play defense. They don't play hard. They're all these coddled billionaires out there. Watch OKC play basketball, and you're going to sign up for League Pass. You're going to watch every NBA game they're involved in after you watch it. They are so amazing defensively. I called them a couple weeks ago on the big number. We talked about that they are tracking as the best defense ever in the history of the NBA. That's how good they are. They're 9 points better than league average. And on pbpstats.com, you can see that since 2000, no defense has been that much better than average than this Oklahoma City Thunder team. And I think they're going to get better. That's the crazy thing. Chet Holmgren is not playing on this team. They got Isaiah Hartenstein, who comes in and seamlessly fills in after not playing with the team ever. And now they're still an elite defense, which, I mean, historically, the Bill Russell Celtics, the Pistons in 2004, you can't put any other team in this conversation with OKC and say they're legitimately better defense than this Oklahoma City Thunder squad. They are so good and they are so disciplined. I mean, they create, I think 19% of opponent possessions are ending in a turnover. Absurd. 1 out of every 5 possessions by a team is getting turned over by the Oklahoma City Thunder. They are tracking as the best defense of my lifetime, and certainly, I think, in the conversation for best defense ever. And once Chet Holmgren comes back and Isaiah Hartenstein, those 2 dudes could be on the floor for 48 minutes for OKC. It's over. I've already picked them as going to beat Boston in the finals if they match up, and everything that's happened this season so far at KOC, it makes me believe that they are the team to beat in the NBA because of that defense and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and J-Dub. It's just insane how good this team is.
I do think Celtics Thunder is where we're headed. I do. Especially if they get Chet back. If they don't get Chet back, they're more beatable in a playoff setting. I just think the line. I talked with Jason Timpf about this on my show earlier this week, and Jason made the point. He's like, OKC clearly the favorite with Chet, maybe second or third behind some other teams without Chet. And he's still very bullish on Denver. He still really likes the Dallas roster as well, and rightfully so. But even without Chet, like, we're seeing what this team can do. And I feel like they're trending up. They have so many young guys that continue to get better. Where is Jalen Williams in April? Where is Cason Wallace at that point? These young guys are getting better. They're developed chemistry as a group. They're insane. And I think we talked about this a little bit earlier as well, Tom. Houston is kind of where OKC was last year, where it's like figuring out who we are and what we're missing, what we need. Those teams are going to face off on Saturday in Las Vegas in the semifinal. They're 1-1 against each other this season. OKC won the first one in November, 126-107. Houston won earlier this month, 119-116. You picked Dallas to win the NBA Cup. I picked the Bucks over Dallas, so both of our predictions for the final are wrong already. Who are you picking in this Thunder Rockets matchup on Saturday?
I mean, it's OKC. At this point, I was kind of like, it was a coin flip, Dallas or OKC in that first round, and the winner of that might win this whole thing. It's why I didn't, OKC right now is rolling. The Thunder, the way they play basketball on both ends, they're number one in turnover rate offensively, they're number one in turnover rate defensively. And when you look at the Houston Rockets, you do have the second best defense in the NBA. You're going to have Dobermans going against Dobermans. It is going to be a brawl out there. And again, I just implore people who are not watching this live, like watching NBA games live, watch this game between Houston Rockets and Oklahoma City Thunder. And you're going to, if you're out on the NBA, you just listen to podcasts and you're just like watching YouTube highlights. Watch this game. It is going to be so refreshing for you to see how hard these two teams play, the athleticism that you see on a routine basis. And look, like the Hawks too. You said it, KOC, how exciting it is for these teams, the Bucks, the Hawks, the Rockets, the Thunder, to be on the stage in Vegas for the NBA Cup is great. Also because these young talents that we have in the league, Dyson Daniels, dude. Dyson Daniels, throw in that mix of Tari Eason and Amen Thompson and Kasem Wallace, Lou Dort, these absolute dogs out there. There is a lot of exciting young players in the league, and they're going to be showcased in the Cup this weekend.
Absolutely, 100% true. And I think the NBA, there probably are a segment of people like, oh, shucks, we don't get Steph. We don't get the Warriors. Oh, there's no LeBron to lean on. This is a good thing. Like the NBA needs to market teams with an identity, and all four of these teams in their own respective ways has some type of identity.